Namaskar friends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why do I react the same way again and again in life? Or why do certain patterns keep coming back in my relationship or career? Psychology says it is because of your mind and past experiences. Vedic astrology, on the other hand, says it is because of your planets and karma. Different words but same search. Why am I the way I am? Think of astrology like Google Maps. When you are born, the planets create a map for your life. This map does not fix your journey, but it shows the roads, easy ones, tough ones, shortcuts, and traffic jams. Uh, if we say, for example, if Mars is strong, you may be very active, full of courage, but you may also lose your temper easily. Psychology will say the same person has an impulsive personality. But astrology looks at the sky, psychology looks at the mind. Both try to explain the same behavior. Can you think of one habit in you that both psychology and astrology might explain? Astrology uses the word karma, psychology uses the word conditioning. They both are interrelated to each other. Imagine a child growing up in a house where parents are very strict. Psychology says the child may become nervous or insecure. Astrology might show Saturn affecting the moon, meaning a heavy emotional life. So both are telling the same story. The past shapes the present, and eventually think about it. Do you carry something from your childhood that still shapes how you are feel today? Let's make this more fun. Planet in astrology are like characters in a movie. If you think about that, sun is a hero, your identity, your confidence. Moon is in the other way, the mother, your emotions, your comfort. Mercury, on the other hand, works as a messenger, your curiosity, your words. Saturn is the teacher, sometimes strict but always shaping you in a positive manner. In psychology, Carl Jung also spoke about archetypes, universal characters that live inside our mind. Do you see the connection? Astrology and psychology are telling the same story in another word. It's a kind of a different language which they use altogether. In astrology, the moon is your mind. If the moon is calm, you feel steady. If the moon is troubled, your mind feels restless. Psychology also says our emotion, memories, and thoughts decide how we see the world. If they are healthy, we feel safe. If not, we struggle constantly. Have you noticed how one small event, like a fight with a loved one, can make your whole day heavy? That's the moon in action. The real beauty is when astrology and psychology works together. Astrology tells you this is a period of challenges, be patient. Psychology also gives you the tool, practice mindfulness, therapy, journaling, and etc. For example, in a tough Saturn phase, astrology reminds you to slow down. Psychology teaches you to build resilience and cope with stress. Together, they guide you like two hands holding a lamp in the dark. Now comes the big question. If planet decides everything, do I really have free will? Uh, astrolo- Astrology says planet shows your tendency, not your final destiny. Psychology also says your past influences you, but you can always change your choices once you are aware. So the chart is like a weather forecast. It tells you when it may rain, but you can still carry an umbrella. It's a kind of a remedial aspect. How many of you have blamed your star or your past for something, and how many of you took charge and changed it? That is free will. So, what can we learn from this connection of astrology and psychology? Ask yourself, why do I repeat? Why do I repeat the same mistakes? Why do I attract similar situations in relationship or work? Am I just living patterns or am I learning from them? Astrology would point to planets and houses. Psychology, on the other hand, would point to beliefs and habits. But both are pushing you towards one goal, awareness. Imagine this, You visit a psychologist, they tell you your childhood fears still controls you. You check your chart, it shows Saturn influencing your moon. Now you know both the inner reason and the outer timing. That's powerful. That's wisdom. Astrology without psychology can become fatalistic. My stars are bad. Psychology without astrology can feel incomplete. Why do these phases keep coming? But together they give the full picture, inner mind and outer cycles. So, friend, astrology and psychology are not enemies, they are two mirrors. One mirror shows the sky, the other shows the mind. Both ask you to look deeper, to know yourself, to grow. And remember, the stars may guide you, your past may influence you, but awareness, your consciousness, your conscious choice can free you. And maybe that is the real purpose of both astrology and psychology, to help you live life more conscious, more peacefully, and more meaningful. Thank you.